Alright everyone, I hope you're all doing well, and in this video we're going to talk about my new favorite filter that in my opinion revolutionizes again photography and rarely comes off my lenses nowadays, and I'm talking about this black diffusion filter over here from K&F CONCEPT. This filter over here is the key in order to make your images and your videos more cinematic and bring out the character in your content. So in this video over here we're going to talk about what this little filter over here actually does, and you will see a lot of sample videos and images with befores and afters so you can judge if you actually like the effect that this filter over here is producing. So the effect that this little bad boy over here produces is that it actually softens out our highlights and it makes them look more hazy, more cinematic. I think we've all been in the situation where our highlights were really strong and they were clipping out and everything looked way more contrasty than it actually should look. So this is where this filter comes into play, and it actually makes the strong highlights of our images way more natural looking and way more nostalgic looking in a way. It kind of eliminates that sharp digital look that our footage has nowadays from all these new cameras, and it adds a little bit of character in our footage and in our photos, which I think is becoming really rare in this time and age. And that's why this little bad boy is rarely coming off my lens nowadays, because I actually really desire these soft highlights because it makes everything look way more peaceful, and that's actually the feeling that I want to bring out from my photography and my videos. But of course this filter comes with different power levels, so you can actually choose how much of this effect you want to apply on your image. For my personal use case, I think I'm kinda in the middle of that hazy look, so I picked up the 1/4 black diffusion filter over here because I want this effect to be noticeable but not take over all of my frame. Obviously this comes down to personal preference, so you might choose to get something stronger or something weaker than this 1/4 black diffusion filter over here. So now that we cover what exactly the use case is from these filters, let's actually talk about when to use these filters. In my opinion, there are 4 different scenarios in which I use these filters over here. I use it during daytime street photography, during nighttime street photography, for some of my portraits, and of course for video in order to make everything look more natural and more cinematic. So let's first cover the video sides of the things by using this filter over here. So I'm going to play a few samples with and without the filter so you can see the drastic effect that it has on our image and how this actually improves to bring out a little bit of character in my content. So now that you saw how much more cinematic our video becomes by simply putting on this filter on top of our lens, let's talk about the photography side of the things, and let's start off by talking about the night images that this little bad boy creates. Again, during the night we have many highlights left and right in our image frame, especially in the city. So this filter over here makes everything look way more calm. It brings out a feeling that an over-sharpened modern lens and camera cannot replicate. So that's why during my nighttime street photography sessions, I don't think this filter will ever come off in front of my lenses again. And again, enjoy a few sample images from my nighttime street photography sessions with this filter attached in front of my lenses. And since we covered the effect that this bad boy over here produces during nighttime street photography, let's also take a look on the daytime street photography part of the things. So during daylight, this thing is especially useful because during sunny days we have that really harsh light coming inside our sensor, coming inside our frames, and personally I don't always like that harsh look on my images. Sometimes you want something softer, something that is more calming to the eye, and with the help of this filter over here, again, we can eliminate that really harsh digital look from our images and make everything seem like it's summer already. And finally, I love using this filter over here for my portrait sessions. During the night, it creates that beautiful effect that we saw earlier during nighttime street photography, and during daylight it makes everything look way more calmer, and especially if you're shooting during golden hour and you place the sun behind your model, you get that really beautiful hazy look on the hair, and I think that this is something really desirable and it makes our images stand out way more from the rest of the crowd. So in order for you to see exactly the outcome that this filter over here has on our portrait shoots, I went out the other day and we did a small portrait shoot during daytime and during nighttime, so you can see exactly what we are talking about. So enjoy these small sample images again with and without this filter over here. Alright everyone, I think this is where I'm going to end the video. Hopefully I made you understand how big of a difference this small kit over here can make in your photography and in your video content. As always, if you want to get the same filter as me, you can get it down in the description. There are going to be links for everything. And if you want to get a stronger or a weaker filter from the one that I used in this video, you can also do that down in the description. At this point, I want to thank K&F Concept for providing me this filter over here in order for me to get more creative and better at my craft. And a big thank you to you, the viewer, that actually spends some of their time by watching this video. This really means the world to me. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. See you next time. Take care. Peace.